G'day everyone, Troy Lowrey here and welcome to part 2 of our series Creating Cashflow for Investors. G'day everybody, Troy Lowrey here and welcome back to the second part of Rent to Sell for Investors. In the first episode we discussed briefly how we can show you how to turn a negatively cashflowed property into a positively cashflowed property with the tenant buyer taking care of all the costs of the property. Today I'm going to show you exactly how it works. What you'll see in front of you is a picture of a house. That house is a normal house on a normal street and it's probably your investment property. And currently that investment property has a debt against it. Now for the purpose of the exercise, I'm going to draw your debt or your mortgage as a circle around the property. That circle sort of emphasises the fact that there is money owing on that property and you have to make a commitment every month to that circle, otherwise that circle is going to come and take your home away from you. That's probably the biggest problem we've got today in the market. How do we keep maintaining the interest repayments so we can keep the investment property so we can utilise the value of future growth and equity in the future? Well, with the rent to buy program, what we do is we find a tenant buyer who's prepared to pay you a little bit more than what your home's worth today. And the reason they want to do that is a tenant buyer typically can't get a loan the traditional way. That doesn't mean they're a bad person, it just means that the market at the moment is preventing them from buying anybody's property, let alone your property. And what differentiates your property from any others on the market? Probably nothing. If it's a normal house in a normal suburb, the only way you're going to convince somebody to buy your property is if you drop the price. Now, investing is not about dropping the price. Investing is about creating wealth and creating lifestyle and creating a future. Unfortunately, with the current economic crisis and increasing interest rates and the banks becoming a lot harder to deal with and making it a lot more difficult for people to get home loans, we're having a case where it's definitely a buyer's market and not a seller's market. The other thing that compounds this is that if this is your investment property, your rent is only going to cover a portion of that circle, of that debt. So every month you've got to come up with all this extra money to keep the property in the future. Now, negative gearing is something we all get told about, and negative gearing is something that was prevalent during the boom of 2005, 6 and 7 in the market, where we constantly bought properties and kept buying them on the basis that we could borrow more money to cover this interest, this difference between the rent and the debt of the property, and in the future we'd be able to sell the property for a profit, clear our debts and buy something else or do something else with that money. The problem is, properties haven't increased the way they should have. In fact, in some areas, the property values have actually dropped. And once again, compounding that is the fact that every month you've got to pay money to keep a property. Now, wouldn't it be good if I could show you as a seller how to keep a property for a period of time and to capitalise on not only getting someone to pay that difference there, but also to give you a bit more. What I want to show you now is how to create a positive cash flow in this circle here.
And now what do they have to do?
So, you want to learn how to put money in your pocket every week. Good place to start is to give us your name and your email address, and I will send you a series titled Creating Cashflow for Investors, whereby I will show you how you will get a higher price for your property when you sell it, a higher than normal rent, all your outgoings paid, rates, taxes, insurance, maintenance and any other cost associated with your property, and that will deliver every week money into your pocket and create you a cash flow bonanza over the next 5 years that will allow you to accumulate more and more property. So do something about it now if you want to learn how to put money in your pocket instead of paying money out.